Good morning, everyone. I just saw the comment section of the video I posted about Doris Ogala ex-husband's response to the ongoing saga. And many people are saying they didn't understand what the guy was saying because he spoke in Igbo. I'm so sorry, guys. It did not even occur to me to interpret. However, I'm going to give a quick interpretation and post it, and I hope that everybody that couldn't understand will see this video. In 2018, when he came back from abroad to Nigeria, he already had another girl he was supposed to marry. The girl lived in Port Harcourt. This girl was supposed to come and meet up with him when he landed in the city where he landed at. And he even booked a flight for the girl to fly to the city to meet him. But however, once Doris called him, everything changed. He was implying that maybe he wasn't acting in his right senses, allegedly, because everything changed. He somehow forgot about the girl he was supposed to marry and started moving with Doris. And he was saying that his parents, his brother, they were all fighting him because they didn't want him to marry Doris. They all discouraged him, but he didn't listen. And he said that Doris refused for them to travel back to where his village home is, where his parents are, because somehow she knew that they wouldn't allow him marry her. So they started doing their marriage plans all from the city, and Doris refused for them to travel. And he was telling Doris, how can I be planning marriage? I haven't told them that I want to marry you, that we need to travel back so I can let them know my intentions and all that. And Doris said no, that they should plan everything first. So he eventually abandoned the girl that came to visit him, the girl he intended to marry, abandoned the girl in a hotel and just continued with Doris because Doris told him, no, let's make plans, get married and all that. So that somehow he forgot about the girl and kept going with Doris. He said everything about him changed. Even the car he imported to Nigeria, he already sent the brother money on how the brother will help bring the car out into the country and all that. But because everything changed, he had to give Doris another money to get the car. So Doris was now in charge of trying to get the car. He did not even bother to talk to the brother again. They continue like this. Doris pretended to be a good person. Doris completely changed because he had a lot of money and Doris noticed that he was loaded. So Doris changed. She would wake up in the morning, make breakfast, was acting like a perfect woman. So the guy was like, she's doing good, maybe not such a bad idea to move with her. So eventually abandoned his original marriage plans. He said this is how Doris also scattered another one of his relationship with a girl called Anita. Somehow they were in Dubai. Him and Doris have spent time in Dubai, but Doris now left to Nigeria. So he thought about it and decided to try to date other people. So when he started entanglements with this girl called Anita, eventually the girl got pregnant. But he did not know the girl was pregnant, and the Anita herself did not know she was pregnant. So Anita decided to visit Nigeria. Anita came to Nigeria and now started posting their pictures together online. And Doris got to see these pictures. So when Doris saw this picture, Doris immediately booked flight and came to Dubai and went to his old house where they had spent time together. However, he already moved. So when Doris got there, didn't see him, started calling him. Initially, Doris did not even tell him she was coming to Dubai. So started calling him, trying to get in touch with him. And eventually the girl that he was with also traveled to Nigeria. When the girl traveled, the girl wasn't there. He said, okay, let me give Doris the new address and, see what is going on. When he gave Doris the new address, Doris came to his place. And of course, they continued what they were doing, and eventually both of them now came to Nigeria. When they came to Nigeria, they were going about doing whatever, but he ran into a friend of Anita, the other girl, and the girl was like, oh, you're in Nigeria? Does Anita know you're in Nigeria? He did not respond. Obviously, that girl communicated to Anita that he's in Nigeria. Prior to then coming to Nigeria. That same Anita had tried to reach him while he was still in Dubai. But when Anita calls, I think the first call she made was while the guy was sleeping. Doris intercepted the call, answered the call, and was telling the girl that this is my fiancé, you can't trap him with pregnancy. Apparently, the girl got to Nigeria and then found out she was pregnant and tried to communicate back to the boyfriend in Dubai. But by then, this guy was already with Doris in Dubai. Remember, Doris went to meet him in Dubai. So Doris intercepted the call and now started texting back and forth with the girl, telling her that you can't trap my fiancé with pregnancy. This is my fiancé. Of course, the girl got upset and was very confused. And while Doris is doing this texting, she's deleting it. So this guy did not know that this girl was trying to reach him or that this girl was pregnant till now, when they both traveled to Nigeria and saw the girl's friend. After they saw the girlfriend, the girl told Anita, of course, and Anita, knowing where the family house of this guy, now traced the guy and went to meet the guy and Doris in their family home. At this time, Doris and this guy are in this guy's family home in Nigeria. So when the girl got there, according to the ex-husband, it was a big fight. It was a big scene. Doris fought the girl, told the girl, you cannot come here and trap him with pregnancy. And this is the first time he is finding out that Anita was pregnant. And Anita was pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl. The girl, after coming to the village, refused to leave, said that she must stay there because she's already pregnant with twins. She and Doris kept fighting. Doris will not let the girl rest. Doris will fight the girl all the time, making scene, doing a lot of things. Eventually, the girl got tired and now, with anger, left and went and aborted those babies. Aborted that pregnancy of a boy and a girl so she could have peace. So she left. And then they continued with Doris. But according to him, things were not moving. He started going down. Nothing was going well again. Even the big house he was building in his village, Doris told him not to build it there, to build it in Lagos, in the city. And he's thinking Doris wanted that, so Doris will be able to claim that house in the city. Because in the village where his family land is, Doris may not be able to claim it. So Doris will fight the workers, fight the engineer, go and break the windshields of the engineer, will break his cars, and was fighting the workers, making scene up and down. So he said it was a lot of chaos, that he didn't know what to do, what he was doing. His life was just a mess. And until he left Doris, that's when he got himself back and things started moving again. So the person that was interviewing him was like, she will make sure that people know that he's no longer with her. The guy was like, yes, tell people, oh, I don't have anything to do with Doris. I have moved on with my life, and my life is better. He said that the entire family tried to warn him. Doris will quarrel with his mom. The mom will be saying, leave my son alone. It was just a bunch of mess. And he said that Doris is evil, that he can't even narrate everything that happened because it was a lot of things that happened, but he just wanted to say this for now. If you remember the interview that Doris granted with Parara Mock News, Doris said that this guy, the ex-husband, was the one calling her all the time, begging to marry her, bothering her, that she even told the guy that, look, I'm in love with a certain pastor and I don't love you. But the guy insisted and wanted to marry her, which eventually they did. But why with the guy? She wasn't letting the guy touch her because she was very much in love with the pastor. And she would even touch herself, make videos and send to the pastor. You know, instead of having intimacy with the guy, she was still stuck with the pastor, which contradicts what this guy is saying, that Doris was actually fighting other women to be with him. So, my people, this story continues to get more and more complicated. I feel like there's still so many layers yet to be uncovered. And how do we know who is telling the truth? How do we know who is lying? Well, please drop your comments down below. and let us know your thoughts. Eventually, we may get to the bottom of it. I will keep watching this story and I'll keep bringing you updates. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help me out. I do appreciate your time, and may God bless you. Bye.